So to make this all work out, what we're going to do is introduce state-based bonuses. The sort of idea that instead of just giving little bonus rewards every time that you do a certain thing, instead we're going to keep track of what the state of the world is. And as we move to states of the world that are more desirable, we're going to get reward for that, which I guess is not that different from what we had before. But then we're going to have to subtract that off when we move away from those states. So the basic idea is we can still keep track of things like how near are we to the ball, and we can have a score that's associated with the inverse distance. But now the idea is that the rewards that we get for taking an action are going to be the increment that we get in this value instead of actually this value.
Right. Okay. So that's important, right? So that means if I went from being a foot, let's say 10 pixels away from the ball to 5 pixels away from the ball, I get an increment of, let's say, +5 or 1 over the distance somehow. But for simplicity's sake, let's say like +5. But if I went from
Well, wait. We can actually these are numbers that I actually know how to do. So like this is like 0.1 and this is like 0.2. So we'd get a bonus of plus 0.1.
Oh, okay, good. I like that. All right, but that would mean then if we went from 5 pixels to 10 pixels, we would end up losing 0.1.
Right, and this kind of keeps the account balance in a good shape, right? Because it's saying that, sure, we'll give you a little bonus for doing good things, but you can't just continue to get that over and over again. If you relinquish it, we actually have to take those same points away so that we can give them back to you if you re-accomplish it.
Would it be more accurate to say it's not so much state-based bonuses, which I think you could argue is sort of what we were doing before, but it's sort of changes in state-based bonuses?
Oh, good. Yeah, I like that. So change in state-based bonuses.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, so we can continue to fuss with this, but I think it might be easier, believe it or not, to not get bogged down in details, but actually talk about this at a more abstract level.
Well, before you do that, can I ask a question?
Sure.
So I did make the claim that we were sort of doing state-based bonuses before. We just weren't doing the change in state. But I know I'm going to claim that of the 4 things you have written up there, score and goal, near the ball, hitting the ball, and ball near goal, is hitting the ball count as a state-based bonus or not?
It probably would want to be like touching the ball, like something that is actually something that's measurable in the state. Like hitting is a set of actions or is a sequence of actions.
Right, okay. So would that just be captured by near the ball?
Yes.
So, okay, that's fair.
So let's write down what the formal definition of these bonuses are, and then we can think again if we want about how we might define it for a particular problem. But let's look at the general form first.
Okay.